So 135, the Beat Miami's new #1 for hip hop, R&B, and the Breakfast Club. Very special guest in the building, 2Chainz.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
No, it's a pleasure to have you, man. I mean, legend in the game already, and we use the word legend, meaning that the stuff you've done is already legendary. It has nothing to do with age.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? You've done legendary work here, and you're a legend already.
Well, thank you. Give me my roses while I can smell them.
Exactly, right?
I appreciate that.
Now, I want to go straight in about your new album and the title of it. Why did you choose that title for this album?
Rapper Go to the League is like this. The title itself, rap or Go to the League, I felt would be more or less like some clickbait and would get people's attention, right? Mm-hmm. And it's also something that in my community is regarded as something that you need to do in order to be successful.
Yes.
You gotta we're in a talent show, we play sports, you know, from the time we're born. You know what I mean? And it's just the goal is to try to, go pro. And so I guess on this album, I kind of flipped it and wanted to touch on and try to educate on you doing and being more than just an athlete or a singer. And so even though it's named Rapper Go to the League, the album touches on so many wider other subjects and things that you could be.
It does.
Yeah.
I remember a lyric that you had on there where you talked about like your coach.
Yeah.
Like sort of like spending more time with, learning more life lessons from your coach.
That's true.
Your family members.
Yeah.
So that's dope. Since we're on that subject too, I want to talk about the fact that you did play ball. So you do have that. You have them both. You play ball and you rap, you know?
I think that's why people also was wondering like where I was going with this, because obviously I rap for a living, and then I love sports, basketball primarily. I love it. ESPN is my favorite station. Everybody already knows this.
Yes.
So,
Mine too.
yeah, that's dope, Ash. So when I'm putting this together, it's like, I'm just trying to come up with a concept. I'm trying to come up with more substance when I'm putting this together. And like, some of the stuff that I'm talking about now, as far as like me spending more time, with coaches than I did my family members, you can actually learn something from that. It's just funny where you can just learn from, I mean? And in this project, it was about me like, dropping some game, really like some type of knowledge, obviously getting them a well put together project from top to bottom, with real ear candy as far as production. I think it started with the production, and then once I was able to layer substance and concepts on it, I considered it a classic album for this year. No,
for sure, and that, you got my vote on that. You know what? A weird thing kind of gave me a vibe too. You mentioned your wife in the album, and I thought that was really dope.
Yeah,
I think twice, as far as I can remember.
Probably more than that. Yeah.
I mean, probably, but I remember two times for sure. And I thought that, and I don't know you, so I don't want to judge or anything. I was like, just from hearing your other body of work, I felt like it was a level of maturity. You know what I mean? And congratulations, 'cause I know you recently got married here in South Florida. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was really dope. I also want to say that I also had a problem. I don't know if things have been rectified. I also had a problem with the All-Star Weekend situation. No, real talk. I feel like you have been an ambassador, without them cutting a check, probably just because of your love of the sport. You actually played it. And, we all know sports and hip hop have a direct, correlation together. So you are the ultimate ambassador. And for them to kind of like turn their cheek on that or whatever the situation was, I felt you.
No, we actually, it worked out. We're on a good page, on a good note. I love the NBA.
Gotcha.
Honestly, yeah. And so it was just a conversation. See, I'm I've had Instagram, I've had social media for a long time, but once I put that on there, stuff started like happening. Like, man, I want to play. I want to be there. I care about stuff like that. And we made a phone call, or they made a phone call, and everything was rectified, and they gave me tickets the rest of the weekend and moving forward. So it was just a conversation. I think I just had to get their attention.
Yeah, and I'm happy you did it.
Thank you, man.
You know, because sometimes we fight with stuff like that. Like,
yeah,
I don't want to say that. You know?
Yeah, because I don't want to be classified as the guy that's petty. I do that all the time. I'm like, man, maybe you should let it go because you're gonna like listen to how you sound. Because I see some of the younger cats on the gram, they arguing over like who made up whatever. Like it's like Lord have mercy, you know. So for me, it's like I try not to step into that petty angle. Like I don't want to be in that characterized as someone that's petty.
Got you. No, you handled it well. I'm happy everything worked out. Also, props on the television show. I may mess up the name.
Most expensivest. Most expensivest.
The show is so dope.
I know.
I'm a huge fan. I watched the one when you guys did the weed everything, like the dinner, the lobster.
Yeah,
it's crazy how much that dinner costs. Like it's insane.
And the stuff is expensive. It's always improv on that show. Like I never know. Like that day, I knew I was gonna eat something. I didn't know what was going on, you know, as far as the show. So it always makes it entertaining, not just for me, but for the fans and whoever's watching. And that was a crazy episode because it was cannabis infused food. So that's kind of like,
but
it's kind of crazy.
Was like,
it was.
Have you had it since?
Yeah. I've hired the girl is like, you know, and that's another thing about the show. You develop relationships with people outside the show because they're interesting, and then, you know, sometimes they're a fan of me, sometimes they're not until the show. So I developed cool relationships with them, you know, years after the show post. You know,
that is dope. Ashley, what was one of your favorite songs off of Snow Album?
One of my favorites is Forgiven. It's probably one of my favorite songs.
Really? You like the album?
I do. I love the album. I was listening on the way here, but I like the song because it kind of, the message you had in that song towards the end, you basically said like, don't allow yourself to do anything that's going to make your parents bury you, which I think is like a really important message because everyone's so trying to get money. Everyone's trying to be like their favorite rapper, their favorite ball player, that they're doing whatever it takes to kind of live that lifestyle. So for you to put that message out there, I feel like a lot of rappers need to kind of have that same message in their music. I feel like there's only a few handful, like you, Cole, Kendrick. I feel like you guys are a small group that are actually preaching like real life stuff in their music.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
that's a good.
Do you feel like rappers need to kind of present different opportunities to the youth, saying like, if you can't be the next LeBron or you can't be the next 2Chainz, you did something else you can do?
I'm gonna be honest, right? Because like I just have to be honest, right? I made tons of mistakes, and I'm sure we all have. Like, you know, my teenage years, my early 20s, I made huge mistakes. So I gotta tell people more or less, you know, two things: try to stay out of the penitentiary and try to stay out of the graveyard, and then like everything else could kind of work itself out. Life is supposed to have its ups and downs. It's supposed to be good and bad. It's not gonna rain the whole time. It's not gonna be sunny the whole time. Once you understand that concept, you can understand kind of how to ride this life thing out. People kind of get desperate and do things that are regrettable and end up maybe in prison or in a graveyard, which kind of you can't receive a blessing in those type of formats. So for me, that's a part of what I like to preach because I've been here long enough. I went to juvenile at 15. I got locked up my senior in high school. I made a lot in school actually, and I just made a lot of mistakes that during that time, if I would have just put my head down and not believe that there was something great on the other side, I wouldn't be right here today. So I can't really go and tell Junior, man, get it together, man. You know, I can say that, but like when they tell me they this age, I'm like, man, Chainz, you need to shut up. You know what I mean? Like, are you serious?
Because you can't tell me nothing.
Like, really? Because like, and I think, you know, and I think the kids understand that. Like, they looking at, you know, it's a lot of young parents out here, young parents raising young kids, and we all looking at like, man, I'm in the club with my homeboy and his son, you know, now, you know what I mean? It's just different. Everybody looking at, everybody got on drip and, you know, can't tell who. So
yeah. I have to tell you, I was listening to the album, and like I told you before you came in there, I haven't listened to an album in its entirety from beginning to end since Notorious B.I.G.
Oh, man.
Tell you how long, right? So your album was the next one that I listened to in its entirety. Yeah. But how I was listening to it, I'm going to tie in the story. I was cycling, so I wasn't able to see who was featured on the songs. I was just hearing. So I'm listening to the song, and I hear this song, and I'm like, damn, this sounds like Ashanti. Yeah. But not really. Who is this?
You're right.
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande goes hard.
I
Don't
know,
take my girl Ari.
No. And I'm not taking anything away from her or you. It was just not knowing.
Honestly, this is what it was. Without it being seen, you couldn't imagine me doing something with Ariana Grande.
Yeah,
so it's like, this sounds really good, but it's probably like, it's just like that.
You give Ashanti a shot.
Yeah. So that's cool. Ashanti, that's my homegirl too.
Yeah.
But me and Ariana, we got just kind of cool all of a sudden through just music, misunderstanding the music, got us, put us in the same room, and we worked together and enjoyed each other's work ethic and what we had to bring to the table. Because she's a huge star, but like I'm so in my own lane as far as like trying to like mind my own business. I'm not curious about what everybody else got going on. I'm an only child to the 10th degree, you know what I'm saying? So, and I found out that through minding my own business, I'm able to prosper that way, right?
Yeah.
But nah, this girl is really piped up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, boom. So I go to her page, I'm like, damn, And then so I followed her, and then like, and her album is like, she played me a couple of those songs like before they came out. Take your boyfriend, whatever.
Break up with your girlfriend.
That joint, she played that, and I was like, that's hard.
Right.
And it's cool to see how it's getting received and stuff.
Well, y'all made magic on that joint.
Yeah, that song is dope.
So we got the Rule the World joint on my album that has the A. Marie sample, and it just was a no-brainer to me. You know what I mean? It was a no-brainer before, like even the sample itself was something that I wanted. It was real nostalgic for me. And I just, I needed me a ladies record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm 6'5", I'm tall, dark, I'm handsome. Excuse me, Ash. Excuse me. I don't want you to start getting hot in here. But it's like, like I needed something for the ladies on a more serious note. And so it was cool that we were able to put that together and shoot a video for it. And, God willing, it'll be #1 real soon.
No, for sure, man. And it crosses so many platforms. Pop, hip-hop.
Yeah, it's a really dope record.
Yeah.
So I hope that for you as well. Was there anything different in this process of you putting this album together before previous albums?
No, it's the same process for me, man. So the music that I do, I get booked a lot for shows, right? And so when you get booked a lot for shows, obviously you know what the crowd wants to hear due to like the content and the songs that you perform, right? So with this album, I was just more or less wanting to show my growth and maturation, because I know that I'm like way bigger than a trap artist. I can do that stuff like while I'm taking a nap. I can do it while I'm driving blindfold. I can do that stuff, you know what I mean? But I do know I have real lyrical content. I have depth. Rappers know. Trust me.
Yeah.
Rappers, they know I'm able to do a song with Ariana Grande, and I'm able to do a song with, Lil Baby. I have range. But on this album, I wanted to show that by using different production to get my point across. I was able to express myself differently, and that's what's different about this album. The whole frequency has changed, and I wasn't less concerned about the shows. I knew the shows were going to come.
Yeah.
And I just threw that out the window. Usually I was more, chasing the 808 and a certain bop, But this right here was more, I was chasing vibes, I was chasing memories, I was chasing dreams, really, And it's just like, that's what this was about. Rapper Go to the League. It's like every definition of me, from the cover with the yellow crate on there, like just really showing people like what that symbolizes, like just using what you have to get what you want. Like
makeshift basketball.
Yeah, the makeshift. Yeah, like it's so many little things. There's so many little details tied into this message of this album. It'll take a while for people to digest it, and I understand that it'll take a while. That's why I appreciate you saying what you said. The reason I did that motion is because Puffy told me it was a classic album too, and he helped create Biggie's album, and so I know he not blowing smoke. I know he not capping me up. You know what I mean? And that means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. That's all I can say.
That's what's up. I appreciate it.
What was the I thought it was really cool. PK and I were talking about it earlier with LeBron's involvement in the album. How did that happen? Right. Because what does LeBron know about music, being a rapper? Keep it real.
No, he. What do a lot of A&Rs know about music? Let's keep it real.
Okay.
Let's keep it real. I've A&R'd all of my own projects. You know what I'm saying? So this right here, LeBron has more than an athlete, right?
Yeah.
But some lady tried to tell him to shut up and dribble or whatever, and we know that he uses his platform for a larger scale besides being one of the best players in the world.
Of course.
So I reached out to him and to tell him the idea behind Rapper Go to the League, the concept, the substance I wanted to put into it, and how it correlated and aligned with more than an athlete.
Yeah.
Is damn near the same thing, you know.
Yeah.
Like I'm bigger than this, you know what I mean? So he came in, and what he helped me do was narrow down some of the songs that fit the concept of the album, because I obviously over-recorded. I probably had about 28 songs, and I cut it down, and I wanted it to be almost 12. I wanted to be 12, not almost. I wanted to be 12, and end up being 14. But I have so many other songs that could fit the concept that's dope. And then I had songs that were just like, I knew if we dropped them in the club, it'll go, but it didn't fit the concept of the album. So just like trying to just know, like, bro, you know what this is, but it don't go. So it's like, do you just put it at the end of the album? Do you let's just
bonus track.
Just try to, do you make a bonus? Don't even label it. Like let it keep playing, and if
like
it pop up, so those were some of the conversations that we dealt with. You know, I'm a fan of bruh, you know, and how he uses his position, and how he has his friends with him that work with him now, like the whole blueprint.
Which is really cool. Mav Carter,
I'm a super, man. I'm a super fan of that blueprint of how he has people that he grew up with, and he's empowered them, and they've empowered each other. You know.
Yeah.
So I mean that's how I brought him in. He didn't have to make any beats or do.
He wasn't on the boards with the ones and twos.
No, he didn't have to do no ones and twos. No.
So I know you're on the. First of all, I want to thank you as a person who's been in the game, and has earned a status as a vet in the game, for coming to do radio.
Yeah, it was. I
have to say this as a radio personality.
It was hard. It was hard. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I'm gonna be honest. You know, I mean, people like to interview me though because I'm well spoken and people like to hear what I got to say. But on the other hand, I do sometimes feel like I've been doing this same thing for a long time. But then on another note, I always say it's never too late to get a new fan. So. It's just the balance, I guess, you know. It's not something I won't do every week, but it's something that I do every so often. And then while I was in the city, you know, I was at Live last night, turning up.
Yeah.
Spring break edition. I know that was crazy.
Is that why I was so lit in there?
That was crazy.
Gee whiz.
And spring breakers don't play.
Yes, man, that makes so much sense, man. I was like, this thing lit. So,
I mean, 2Chainz too, you know what I mean? In town.
No, I know. Yeah, I mean, I know.
You know what I mean? Just to bring the city out.
I was looking like it, so they definitely was in there. So, but man.
Are you moving around with Trappy?
Yeah, Trappy, he with me.
Oh,
Trappy's here?
Where's
Can we bring
Trappy?
Trappy here?
He right here.
Speaking of the trap, the pink trap house, can you bring that to Miami?
Yes, we need to.
Because that was dope, and I was mad I couldn't go and
that thing. That's what was lit for no reason.
Everybody was posting those pictures on Instagram.
Did you tell them to bring Trappy in here? Sip, get Trappy.
Thank you so much, sir.
Hey, Blue, or somebody bring Trap in there. Come here, Trap. Come here, Trap. Yeah. They want to meet you in here. Come here, bud. Here you go, right here.
Hi, cutie.
Come here, Trap. They want to meet you, buddy. Here you go.
Hi, cutie.
There go a girl. You know how you are about females. You know how you are about females right there.
Oh. Hi.
You like that. You purr like a little cat.
I know.
I have a Trappy's a 5-year-old Frenchie.
I feel like you started the whole French bulldog trend.
I started a lot of things.
Because I feel like ever since then, Tory got one. A lot of rappers have French bulldogs. Like, I feel like he started this whole trend. Everybody
started
has
a lot of
Frenchie.
trends.
We're going to do a live break in 30 seconds. We're going to talk for like 2 minutes. All right?
We was on the radio the whole time, though, right?
No, not live. Yeah.
But you recorded it.
Yeah.
I was about to literally say I'm not doing radio ever again. Like, nigga, what the fuck was that about? Now you want to do radio? No, I'm out. I swear I was about to be like,
I wouldn't be like that. Hey, it's Bobby's Do That One for Hip Hop R&B in the Breakfast Club. We are 103.5 The Beat. Very special guest in the building, 2Chainz.
Yeah. What's up?
Titty Boy is here.
I'm here, man.
I mean, after shaking down Liv last night, you know what I mean?
I barely made it, but I'm here. I'm here, man.
We appreciate you. I just want to say, man, like already, that project you just dropped, legendary, brother.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. A lot of positive, a lot of good feedback on that. Rapper Go to the League. Check it out when you get a chance, please, on all platforms.
No, I mean it's crazy, and I mean we were talking off the air, and I expressed to you the fact that I haven't listened to an album in over like I don't want to tell my age, but
don't do it.
Almost 20 years. I haven't listened to an album from beginning to end. I listened to yours, and it was just so dope, and I felt your maturity in it. I felt your growth. I felt you spoke about things that you won't normally talk about, and why was it so important for you to come out with this album and spit on it like you did, brother?
I think it was just important to show growth every time. You know, anytime you're dealing with a musical composition and you drop something new, you want to show that you learned something, or you wanted to try something different from last time. So with Rapper Go to the League, I wanted to make it more soulful. I wanted to include more concepts. I wanted to have more substance. You know, basically, I took off all the records that just wasn't talking about anything. Although they could have been hit records and really reacted in the market, I just thought that I should put a body of work together that was under an hour long, that could be therapy. Just for different people, and it could be a message, and it could be knowledgeable, and it could be just something filled with game and education for some of the youth to like learn off of. You know what I mean? And at the same time, have that ear candy feel to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That replay value. So you want to hear it in the morning, you want to hear it at night. You know what I mean? So I think I tried to cover all those bases.
Now, when I listened to the album, I was actually cycling. And it was a vibes. No, for real.
Pretty Lance Armstrong?
I mean, I ain't on that, but you know what I'm saying? I was definitely cycling and I was listening to it. And a lot of stuff I'm repeating, but for the audience sake, when I was listening to one song, I was like, oh, okay, he got it in with Ashanti on the track. And then when I actually stopped and looked, it was a song with you and Ariana Grande. How did that come about? How did you connect with her to do that song, Rule the World?
Yeah. We just got in the studio over some, just a little minor discrepancy, nothing for real. Misunderstanding, really.
So a misunderstanding brought y'all together?
A misunderstanding brought us together, and now we have possibly one of the songs of the summer, with Rule the World. It's a huge record. It just feels good. The energy feels good, So, I'm happy to be a part of it, actually. You know what I mean? I know this station is supporting it, so.
Absolutely. That song is huge,
it's
man.
cool because she has her like a massive fan base. So like whoever wasn't aware of 2Chainz, and like now they know. You probably got a lot of Instagram followers from Ariana bots or whatever they're called.
For real, huh?
Yeah, they're called like bots or
I ain't
something
think
like
about
that.
it like that. No, she does have a
but
huge
it's like
fan.
You're the top in like trap music and in your genre. She's the biggest pop star I think out right now. I don't think anyone's bigger than her. And it's like you collide both those worlds. It's like two people at the top of their game are now meshing, and it's just
exactly.
It's cool. It's rare to get a song like with two top artists like that.
The most respected rapper that no other rappers mess with. Because I see everybody going at everybody. Nobody messes with 2Chainz. Why is that?
Why you think?
Because he's 6'5".
No, I ain't gonna fight. Listen, man, ain't no words. What's that? Sticks and stones.
They break my bones.
Yeah, you can't say no words that make me play myself off the street.
Right.
Cause see, that's the pride thing. I'm over proud of sending you to the grave, sending you to the penitentiary. That pride. So ain't no words you can say. Ain't no your mama jokes. Ain't no. You can say something about the kids that'll be like really out of line, and then that could take it there. But I don't think rappers really, do that kind of stuff for real.
Right.
And any other thing you said about rappers, like you just got to be witty enough to come back and be strong and confident enough. And I think people just know that I could go hard on any beat. It could be it's just scary to just think about what I might do, because I don't think I don't know. I just don't think people just know. I'm not. I come different, so many different ways, so many different styles. I'm not sure people want to try that. Really.
That's what's up. I saw you got rid of Hair Weave Killer.
Yeah, I mean, I still got that going on here and there. I just thought it was time for me to grow up a little bit, you know, man. All these different quick weaves and wigs and stuff. I just remove myself from it.
Right.
Nah, but on a serious note,
there's too many fake hair pages on Instagram.
Man, I ain't mad. Like, do you be beautiful, live your life, trick anybody you can trick, you know. You know, it's all about, you know, that's maturing, knowing that you need a head full of hair, whatever you got going on. I don't knock the women who do anything to like upgrade themselves to be beautiful. I don't knock them for that.
That's what's up, man. Well, Rapper Go to the League out right now.
Yeah.
Amazing body of work. The album cover is epic. It says so much just looking at it.
Yeah, the yellow milk crate, man. I used to shoot basketball in milk crates and bicycle rims, and not because we couldn't afford it, but yeah, because we couldn't afford it. That's really
What position did you play?
I'm a guard. I can shoot really well.
I play basketball. That's why I asked.
You want some smoke?
You want some smoke?
You want some smoke?
We can go one-on-one right now if you want to.
Yeah.
2Chainz in the building. Pick up his album right now. Amazing. Classic. 2Chainz, thank you so much for taking the time out of your schedule to be here with us today. We'll never forget today. It's been epic. Thank you for all of your time and knowledge. And we wish you nothing but the best and look forward to more of your success in the future. Happy everything with the NBA worked out. They did the right thing.
Yeah,
they got at you.
We good.
Took care of you.
We good. Everybody's happy.
Loving it, man. All right.
Everybody's happy.
2Chainz, you want to leave us with anything, brother?
Yeah. Just have a good day. Man, y'all get home safe today, you know. Make sure you check out Rapper Go to the League. It's my 5th studio album. It's a great project from top to bottom. Great features on there from Kendrick Lamar to, you know, Kodak Black to Lil Weezy, E40, Ariana Grande. You know, I got some nice stuff on there. Marshawn Ambrosius. I got some good things going on. Shout out to Travis Scott as well. Make sure you check it out when you get a chance on any one of these streaming sites, apps.
All right, classics. All right, 2Chainz, we appreciate you. It's 103.5 The Beat, Miami's new #1 for hip hop, R&B, and the Breakfast Club. Thank you as well, Ash Nicole.
Thank you.
103.5 The Beat.